Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your daily news and update show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it is a Wednesday. We're halfway through this week. We're army crawling through it, and we have a big game coming up this Saturday against Leyton Orient. Really pumped about it. Remember, it's Saturday, Tuesday. Saturday, Tuesdays are coming up, so lots of work being put in the team. And hopefully, Parkinson putting in his work as well. As you can see, yesterday he was at the Leyton Orient game, traveled down to East London last night. And I think it's very important that that's happening. So anyway, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit yet. On our way to 50,001. If you know, become a Local Pundit member too. If you haven't too, helps out the channel. And get your Local Pundit hats too. I have mine off today, but here's mine right there. Never go without it. I got so many to come. So get them. So go get them there too. Anyways, how's everyone doing today on this Wednesday? It's been an interesting morning for me, but happy to be here and talk a little bit about football. If you haven't seen the Tommy interview yesterday, Tommy Tuesday was here. Tommy Tuesday was here yesterday. We're going to be doing more of that. Such a great guy. If you haven't watched the breakfast show yesterday with Tommy, fantastic dude. He's got a lot of good things to say, and obviously does this week in Wrexham and for Men in Blazers, doing really good stuff. So I'm so grateful to have him on. Such a great guy. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. Also, last night the Power of Stats show. Aaron and Patty put up the Power of Stats show, which is great. Aaron's Starlink went out last night. I don't know, it's got some jitterbugs in it, but it happens there. But they did a fantastic show. So go check that out with them. Lots of good stuff happening there. Drew's in the house. How are you? Drew does whatever, says he is first, and also he's really excited for this one because he's painfully bored at work. I get it, man. I got you. We are here. Glenn Busey's also here, and Marie from Selka says, "What a friggin' day! One firefight and another one at work." One firefight after another at work. Everyone's having a Wednesday, right? Let's all just take one moment and say, everyone that's at work today, just take a breather, walk out, take 2 seconds to yourself, just count to 10, whatever you got to do. It's never easy, but I'm glad we're here to share it for a little bit and talk a little bit about football. And Patty says, "Are you early?" ? Patty's a double question mark guy. It might look kind of like he's being aggressive, but like one question mark isn't good. One question mark is fine. 2 question marks, it's just normal. 3 and 4, then he's pissed. But that's normal one. I am early. I am a couple minutes early. Slightly early today, yes. And he's here for the start. A2Z is here, and Nikki D is also here too. Good to see everyone. Look at all these Local Pundit members. And Patty, like I said, he's here for the start for once. All right, let's dive in real quick. As you can see, Parky puts in the work, and I think that's the only way we're going to continue to move forward. A lot of these teams, as we go through, they will start figuring things out. I think that's what happened at Coventry. They probably looked at what happened at Birmingham, and they saw ways that they can attack our team and get after us a little bit too. Granted, we didn't have our best night, but for us to continue to be better, our team needs to put the work in and see what else is out there, so we can counteract and be ahead of it and make the right moves that we need to make on our side of things, so we can continue to win football games and put points on the board. And listen, everyone's already anointing Birmingham City the champions. Fine, let them have it. You know what? But you still got to go out and play the games. You play to win the game, but if you fail to prepare, it means you're preparing to fail. And I think that's why Parky last night, we saw this photo like there, just hanging out. This was Phil Parkinson made the 8-hour round trip to East London tonight, which was last night, to watch Saturday's opponent, Leyton Orient. Parky said, "I will be doing my homework, and the staff will be as well, and we will go down prepared to keep ourselves at the top end of the division." I think that's so important, and the dinosaur football crap, please just put that in the basement, bury it, put it under something, put a lock on it. I don't give a shit. Don't care. He's doing his work. I said going into this league that Parkinson is going to be one of our saviors because he has been in this league before. He knows. Not that this guy hasn't been around a while. His record speaks for himself. His staff speaks for themselves as well. And the hard work they put in, taking an 8-hour, round trip, 4 hours up, 4 hours down, got to head back down there on Saturday. I don't know if they're leaving on. Well, they'll probably leave Friday. But either way, you love to see it. The guy loves football as it is. He loves the club. He loves it anyways, but he probably went down there, enjoyed it, went back up. So good on him. And good to see that there. 21,000 views, impressions on that too. That's the guy who knows what it's going to take, and that will filter down into the players and gain the knowledge, go and watch and see what happens. And let's see how this turns out on Saturday. Remember, again, it's Saturday, Tuesday. We are getting into the thick of things. I know October is going to be a very busy month. It might not look huge on paper for some of the players, some of the teams we're playing, but it is going to be a very, very difficult month for us. And we're going to have to use the squad and hopefully, use the squad a little bit more. And we're going to need to know what we're getting ourselves into and who we're playing against. Like I said, teams are starting to figure themselves out a little bit. So I love seeing that post yesterday. We didn't talk about it because we did the Tommy show early, but I love seeing it. So fantastic on him and getting there too, getting there as well. What else is going on? To do this up, folks. Let me see a little bit of the chat. Probably had the most chillest day ever. A2Z's having a chill day. As long as I win some ESL fantasy, I'll be okay. Judas, whatever. And Mark Goldbridge said our team is too direct. Well, why is Mark Goldbridge talking about our team? Because he went to the game last week, right? I think Mark does good work on the United Stand. Good for him. He better stay out of our lane, though. My lane. Local pundit is Wrexham lane. He can go stay with Manchester United. I let him have Manchester United. Now he needs to let the local pundit have Wrexham. So I'll give him a call. I'll call his producer up right now. I'll do it. But maybe one day we'll meet for sure. But yeah, I did see him at the game last week. But too direct. But Mark, he's watched one game. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Big news. MK Dons at Crawley expense. Yes, MK Dons took Crawley's manager. MK Dons took Crawley's manager. I just saw that about a couple minutes ago. Lindsay, I think his name is. Yeah, they took Crawley's manager. All it took was one good match against Wrexham, and you're going to MK Dons. So there you go. And things are going to change. Goldrib was basically supporting Birmingham. Yes, he was basically there because I think his co-producer or whatever the hell one of the guys who he works with is a Birmingham supporter. So he was there. I saw them. He was on the pitch. And good to see you, Patty. All right, dive into a little bit more. Leave that one there. There has been, before we do that, I want to go to the scouting mission. I'm going to stay on this here too. Again, we didn't get to this yesterday because we were on with Tommy. We're just having a good conversation, but it is a news show, so we will do the news. Wrexham boss Phil Parkinson likes to scout his opponents himself, as you can see from the photo we just had right here. He is there literally just scouting by himself. So Phil Parkinson says he likes to take hands-on approach when it comes to scouting Wrexham's future opponents. The Reds, who remain top of the league, remember that, top of the league, following on goal difference alone, but hey, we're still there. 2-1 victory over Crawley at the weekend, are back in action against Leyton Orient at Brisbane Road. Brisbane Road on Saturday, and Parkinson's men are also on the road at Stevenage on Tuesday. Again, games are going to come thick. 7 games in October. 7 games. Having opponents watched is a part and parcel of football, but rather than sending scouts to matches, Parkinson likes to see the teams firsthand as he can. That's the thing. Anything done in person, Zoom is fine, all that stuff. But if you can go physically look at a side, go watch, get the cadences, you can gather a little bit more. Sending a scout, getting it secondhand, that's BS. Sometimes you can't get firsthand, but for him going down there, I think shows intent. So goes on to say, Parkinson says, will be a normal week's build-up, said Parkinson. It's nice to get back into the normal routine this week because of last Monday's game at Birmingham. Remember that game, the Monday game at Birmingham did shorten the week for everybody. We got 2 really important games coming up, but they are all really important, he says. I'll be going down to Orient on a Tuesday. That was yesterday. And have a good look at them. They've got Peterborough at home, and they will be lifted by the great result on Saturday. Remember, they beat Stockport, I believe they beat Stockport. So I'm really looking forward to watching them. If I can go down and see teams live and get a feel of the environment, I like to do that. Nothing at all like that. So good on him. He said, I'll be doing my homework, and the staff will be doing it as well, and we will go down prepared to keep ourselves at the top of the division. There's no give up in him. There's no give up in the team. No give up in the side. He just said something really key there to keep ourselves be prepared and keep ourselves at the top of the division. That's what he wants to do. We're not going to. Why? We're going into what? To get into the playoffs? No, we're going up. We're going up. Park, listen to McElhenney. McElhenney said it. He's like, we're going up back to back to back. I know we talked about yesterday about Humphrey tapering things, being the smartest guy, and that's good to have that. But I want to go up, and I believe stuff like this, showing the intent to go down there for the matches, is beautiful. So good on him. He says Wrexham boasts a 100% record at the race course this season with 4 wins as many matches, so 4 for 4. So he said, I said in the build-up on Saturday that I didn't want to talk about being top too much because if we weren't, I'd be saying the table doesn't work itself out until 10 games, said Parkinson. He knows this. I mean, everyone's like 10 games, but to win all 4 home games at the start of the season is in a higher division is amazing for the lads. Yeah, they got to be on a high. We're pleased, but we need to work on the training ground this week and get ready for a terrific game. So well said there too, because, you can sit there, you can pat yourself on the back, and say, hey, we're top of the league and give up. No, everyone's coming for us. Crawley came for us on this weekend. Lake Norton going to come for us on this week again on Saturday as well. And so Stevenage is going to come for us. If we sit on our laurels, sit back and say, yeah, we're good, let's go. We're going to get caught. We're going to get caught. And to be fair, and listen, after having several conversations about the Mullen thing, we have to get this guy up to speed. We have to keep Chap Marriott scoring goals. We need Big L to score goals. We need our back line to stay solid, AO to stay solid, and we need these guys all to develop, and we need these guys all to continue to do their job. And to do that, you need to stay sharp. And so I'm thinking, I think there might be a couple of changes this weekend coming up. I could see. I think Scar is going to get it at some point, and I think Rev's going to get in there too. But I would not be surprised if he doesn't start Mulls and Ollie this weekend, and then on Tuesday could be starting maybe JM. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, the training ground. There's a lot of competition. Builds positivity for us to move forward. So I love his hands-on approach. I think it's great, and going to see things in person always is better. Whatever business you're doing, sometimes you can't, but I understand. He wants to get there, get and see the lads in person, which is great. Dan Morris says, nice lettuce, Josh. Yes, sorry, it's a big mess for me. Thank you, Dan. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother, and thank you. Let's be history makers. 3P. Yeah, let's 3P. If you know, you know. All right, what else is going on here? So a little bit of a loan watch, too. I don't know what the hell this was. Well, what was this yesterday? This was a Mullen best goals. Getting a smooch there from Ollie P. Goal machine is up and running for the new season. He's talking about what some of his favorites. There we go. That's one. He's always talking about the support there, too. That was yesterday. But there was a one right here I wanted to talk about. This is one here. Before I get to there was a little bit of a loan watch too. Harry Ashfield did well during the cameo and Wrexham win. This was today by Richard, as you know. Phil Parkinson says Harry Ashfield deserved the chance in the first team, and the midfielder impressed the Wrexham manager when he came on against Salford City. I saw this kid. I say kid. I'm sorry. This youngster play while he was out here in California. He was really impressive. Half turn, he was there. He was calling for the ball. He wanted the ball to feet. He had his head up. He had a really, really good preseason for me. So I'm not surprised that Parkinson didn't take notice of that. And I can see him getting some playing time, definitely in the cup matches for sure. Not starting over everybody, but in the cup matches for sure. I can see him definitely getting under 21s against Wolves for sure. He's 20 years old. And Parkinson said, we got a big squad and we need to utilize it to its maximum. What did he say? We have a big squad and we need to utilize it to its maximum. Please, God, please start. Please use it. The competition is about that, and also giving one or two young players an opportunity. That was great for us and great for our supporters, to see one of the young players, and it's so important for the academy as well. I think it is important too, especially for young players to go and get their opportunity. I mean, look at Max. Max is an absolute stud. And he's taken his opportunity, and he's playing very well, scoring goals, playing in defense, keeping Scar out, Scar's keeping Brunty out. And it's good to see that. It's good to see that, like, there's no, hey, you can play really well, but you got to get your opportunity. Now, granted, everyone said, like, JM, not starting, is it not good because he was informed? This is different. When you're a youngster, when you're 20 years old, and you're seeing a path to getting on the pitch with the first team, whether it be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, opportunity, there's something to that. Sir Alex Ferguson was the master at getting youngsters on, one or two, give them here and there. I'm sure that in the plan for Wrexham as a whole, as a club, getting youngsters through the academy and leaving the academy building and all that crap aside is definitely part of the future plan. So I like seeing this. He goes on to say, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes from Andy Law and his team of young players. And it's a great occasion for all those players in the system that even though we've gotten a strong squad of senior players, We want to give the youngsters a chance if they are good enough. If you're old enough, you're good enough. You know what I mean? Harry did a great in preseason. He did. I saw it in person. He did great on tour. He got his chance. He played well, but also he's trained well, and he deserved the moment. And more will this come too. There is going to be injuries, and there's going to be opportunities to be games where we got to try different things out. You want to get a little bit of a spark, maybe maybe we're up 5-0. Let's hope to God. Or he wants to give someone an opportunity, which is great. He said physically he's getting stronger all the time, and the more he trains with the first team, the better he will become. So I'm really pleased with him. That's a great shout. And you know what? That was the Salford game was a couple weeks ago, but it's good. It's good, and then putting it out there, letting him know that he's appreciated. I'm sure that he told him to his face, and Andy Lowell, the academy manager, is probably keeping an eye on him too. So again, it's part of all like doing the work. Again, he's Parkinson and his team are doing the work, not being so just focused on the first team, the academy, getting players through. Because you want to have a well-rounded team. You want players to come through the academy to play the football that we play at first team. So when you get into the pitch, if you get the opportunity, you're not scrambling and looking around and what kind of style do we play. So having a style all the way through from academy all the way up to first team is very, very important. So I'm sure that's what's happening there. Glenda Busey says Hip Karma is not here. So everyone, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Please use Scar and rest O'Connell. Yes, that's coming. I could see. I think that is coming. A2C EV. For lack of a better word, for lack of a better AOC O'Connell has not looked at his best. I don't know if something else is going on. He's been solid. Trust me, he's been really good. A couple of mistakes here and there, going to happen, especially against Crawley. He saw a little bit. He missed his kick. Those things do happen. But using the squad, I think you were talking about my comment a couple minutes ago. I think it is coming. We're going to have to. We're gonna wear players down. We're going to wear players down. I know we say that. We talked about it last year, but a little bit of rest would be okay. Going on to say Drew does whatever. It says these double fixtures are going to throw wrenches into the machine. Yeah, but I think that, like I said, Parky's got a plan. I think that he doesn't. I think he knows that he has to use the squad, and he said it in that article right there, speaking specifically about the maximizing the youth. But he'll get to the point, and he will make. It's going to be one or two here or there. Big L did play a shit ton of minutes last year, but we'll see. We have better players. I hate to say this. We have better talent this year. We have better talent. I think I said our starting 11 is fantastic. We've done so well. We're top of the league, but I could see a little bit more rotation happening too. So we'll see how that goes down. All right. There was a little bit of a loan watch going on too. We'll do that. And we'll talk about that too. It'd be great if Brunt rotates with Stash. It would be. Stash has had an unbelievable season so far. Quiet, going about his job. Stash has been I'm really impressed with him. I thought he's a little too short to be a center half, but he's a ball playing center half. He's a ball playing center half, and he does win his headers, and he's very cerebral. He passes out of the back really well. He finds the midfield. He keeps his head up. He's not lumping the ball 90% of the time, but he is an impressive. He played on the left side of that three. He's very, very impressive, especially because he's getting pulled out of position because Macca's been bombing up. Not as much. I'd like to see Macca get up and get more crosses in, but he does get pulled out of position because they're pushing forward. Macca does push forward a little bit too. All right, so there was an article here too about the players who are out on loan. We have several players out on loan. Sam Dalby is waiting for his first Dundee United start, although he may be thwarted by former Wrexham star Lewis Moult. Both players came on off the bench on Friday as United lost 2-1 against Motherwell. Dalby, who is on loan for the rest of the season from Wrexham, is set up Moult for the Tangerines equalizer. Motherwell will now face the Rangers in the 2017-28 75. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I guess he hasn't scored yet. I've heard a few things about him not being able to run too fast. I'll just leave it at that. But, he's been playing as a substitute up north for Dundee United. Jordan Davies, he's out. He pulled his hamstring. He started really well at Grimsby Town. He's out on loan. He did tear his hamstring, so that, unfortunately for him, he's not playing a lot. So I feel bad for him. But he came out on fire I watched him play a couple times before he got injured. He did score a goal, and hopefully he gets better. Billy Waters is also out on loan. Another Wrexham player loaned out on the transfer deadline day has chalked up his first goal for Halifax, but Jake Bickerstaff out on Altrincham is struggling to get his place in the team, also managed by Phil Parkinson. So, goalkeeper Luke McNicholas is probably the most successful of Wrexham's current loanees, applying the trade elsewhere. He returned to Rochdale side on Tuesday's 3-0 win at Hartlepool for his 5th clean sheet in 6 matches. That's great. 5 clean sheets in 6 matches for Luke McNicholas. Great. Good on you, man. A little bit of just information what's going on elsewhere for some of the players there too. Chicky Brewer's in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Just got here. Yes, just a quick news and update show today. And good to see you. Hope you're well. We need to keep Stash safe. Make sure he doesn't get injured. We need to play, Brunt, Scar, Boyley in combination in games against weak teams. Yes. I mean, we keep forgetting about Boyley. The Boyley's there too. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of players out there. We'll see what happens. This will take the Tuesday is gonna see. Then Tuesday it'll be very interesting to see how this goes down. Ruth is in the house too. Hi everyone. Also a local pundit member. Please remember to smash a like if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Helps us out, as you all know. Morning all Welsh one. I think he's just waking up. And what else is here? Okay, what do I got here? There's a ticket news for Huddersfield Town, which is they go on sale the 27th. I don't know if anyone saw this. So if you go into the match, ticket news, tickets for the Wrexham AFC Huddersfield Town match at the Stoke on Tuesday, October 22nd, will go on sale to the members on Friday, September 27th at 7 a.m. The match at the Stoke is the 160th anniversary of the club's first game ever. Kicks off at 7:45. Wow. And tickets will be available via e-ticketing. That's a good one. That's 160th anniversary of the club's first ever game. That's insane. Good on them. Make sure you check that out. That's a nice shot of the fans there. Got such beautiful fans there. Fantastic. What else is going on? Again, yeah, thanks for coming in. If you're late, just talking about Parkinson and him and his staff putting in the effort, putting the time to do their research in person, which I think is so important. Especially moving forward, because it's going to get difficult. Again, everyone's anointed Birmingham City the winners of this league, and granted, they might do it. They might run away. Who knows? I mean, it's so early. It's still September 25th, for God's sakes. But they look great. But doesn't mean we shouldn't go out and try to compete on that level as well, which is what Parkinson is doing, and our team is doing too. We're not gonna be perfect every game. The last game against Crawley Town, it was not a perfect win, but we got the 3 points. We found a way to win. And those little intricacies, those little things that that Parkinson and the team find might change the difference between like a 1-1 draw or a 2-1 win or a 1-0 win, or even a big heavy win. So those little intricacies, that them going and seeing things in person and doing their scouting and doing their research and bringing it back and giving the knowledge to the players and us while on the pitch. The players sticking to their task is going to make the difference for us, either a win or a loss, or even a draw for that matter. Moving a draw into a win, and that puts points on the board for us too. And I don't want to say keep pace with Birmingham City. What we can't do, we can't look over our shoulder. We got to just worry about ourselves. So we can't worry about, we can keep one eye on it, but we can't worry about what everyone else is doing. We need to worry about what we're doing. And if we stick to that, and we get our business done like we did at the end of the season last season, we turned things around. Once we got through that middle patch that didn't look great for us because Evans was out and Stash was hurt. If we just stick to our tasks, get to the things we do, and keep some of the noise out and play the games and not the occasion, I think we're going to do really well. Let's evolve. We got a big October, as I'm going to do that too. October is going to be very different. And again, we did do there was a stat show last night with Patty and Aaron. Go check that out too. But this is what it's looking at right here. Leighton Orient on Saturday, the 28th. Okay, that's the last game for us. Then October 1st, Stevenage away, home Northampton. Wolves under 21. That's the Bristol game. This will be a lot of rested players here. Expect to see a Mo Fall, maybe a Josh Adam in there. Maybe a Brunty. I don't know. That's 1, 2, 3. Lincoln City, no slouch there. Rotherham, Aaron's team away. No slouch, Huddersfield Town, no slouch. Charlton Athletic, and then obviously we got a little break right there. That's a big break. That's a 2-week break, which is so odd. That is so odd. I think they brought it up last year, but this is good. Look at this. This is like, I'm not saying it's like Murderer's Row there, but these are all well-established EFL teams that will do their homework, will make it messy for us. And if we do our research and do our jobs, we should do well. But we got to take it one game at a time too. But this is a big October. We thought that August was a big month. October's huge, and we're out of one competition already too. We're out of the Carabao Cup. So what's that stay? I mean, that's 7 games in 31 days. In my birthday month, by the way, that is. So think about that. That is insane. That is insane. So this is all going to pay off down the road. All going to pay off down the road. So, but this is the one we need to worry about right now. The Leyton Orient match. It's not going to be an easy one. Not going to be an easy game. So I'm so glad to see Parky went down to check them out. But let's focus on what we're doing. Stay positive, moving forward, and we'll get it done. Let me see here. I'm ordering a green hat later. I want one before @DrewDoesWhatGood ever gets one. So hold on. You need one of these green hats? Yeah. Well, I said I have 5. I think I have more than 5. There they are, right there. These are the green hats, buddy. Nicky D, get it in. I'll get you sorted out. And I think you got your last one. They're ready to go here too. So get them up there. It looks like October will treat us well until we hit Charlton. Yeah, but they're all going to be tough, Drew. You know what I mean? They're definitely going to be tough. Those are tough banana skins there too. And Drew doesn't want a green hat. I think he got a black one too. Nick, you can have this W. He doesn't want it. Yeah, he doesn't want one too. And Ruth says October is packed. It is a packed house in October. Yes, and my favorite month of the year, one of them too. Not just because I'm a big Halloween guy, although October, it'll be a 1-year anniversary to the passing of Salem, our cat. So that's tough. So that'll be a tough day. October 13th, 2023, Salem passed away. But I always remember it to me for this show because he's the one that helped get starting the local pundit. So, but he was a black cat. He was a black cat. So it's only fitting that he passed on October 13th. So very sad but special day. All good, and it's all good. So we'll talk about that when we get to his anniversary of his passing. I love that cat. He's a great cat, and it's Banksy's brother. Drew does whatever, says laugh out loud. Okay, cool. Okay, here's what I want to get to. What do you think about dropping Marriott for Mullen? What do you think about dropping Marriott for Mullen? The Welsh one. I think this ran all week, Welsh. I don't know if you've been watching the show. I wouldn't have done it, but I understand why he did it. Parkinson needs to get his minutes up, but Jack Marriott is in form, 4-6. And when he came on against Crawley Town, he looked sharp. He looked really sharp. So Parkinson is we need Jack Marriott. And I don't know if you saw what Tommy said yesterday from This Week in Wrexham. Tommy said, like we've been saying, he's like, this was always going to happen. We didn't expect Marriott to be, come out like a wild man and score 4 and 6 goals. But at some point, it's like, Mullen is a better. It's fun. Everyone thinks Mullen is a better player. He's got better, numbers. But people are saying that Marriott is just as good, and let's see it. It's going to be a good, healthy competition, and we need Marriott to score 15 to 20 goals. Tommy said yesterday he thinks that Mulls will get more goals than Marriott. Let's have that good challenge. We also need goals from the middle of the field too. Mullen is still about 4 weeks behind, I would say, in getting up to speed. He had to do it. Parkinson had to rotate the squad, as he said, to freshen it up. But, I think he chose his words. I don't think he would use the word dropped when you have a guy in form. So he was dropped technically, but he's going to have to manage that. Parkinson's going to have to manage that. But it sounds like there's a lot of positivity for the both of them. Jam seems like a very nice guy, and Mulls too. Mulls does look a little frustrated. You could see that on the pitch. We talked about that yesterday in the last couple of games. But we shall see. We're going to need them both, and we're going to need Palmer to play a role too. Palmer, he loves a big and little. It's what he's going to do. Palmer needs to continue his good form. He's had a little bit of a dip. But Palmer needs to keep his form because right now, Fletcher probably can't start a match and play 60 minutes because of his age. And, he was going to retire. So we need Palmer to perform just as well and get some goals in the next few months too. Because he's at this point right now in the near future. I don't see Mo Fall getting a start. I don't see Fletch getting a start. just because, of his age, and Fall needs to get in. And I definitely don't see at this point, unless he's forced into it, to put Mullen and Jack Barrett playing at the same time. So that's my 2 cents. For anyone have that. The Walsh one, nope. I think we need a few more weeks, months, maybe to get back into form. Yes. He said, if you covered it, I apologize. I'm all for Merritt keeping his spot for sure. No, it's all good. Welsh one, this is going to run. Please, it's a great topic, and it's a great topic. But I think Parkinson has a plan. Parky playing word games. Patty did not like the article that came out. I think he talked about it too. The word games, the word salad for sure. Want to see Fall get up to speed? Yeah, like to see that happen. I think he's more later on in the season, next year for sure. Fall is a good player. His debut, people were giving him a lot of smack about. I don't agree with that. Fall is a good player. He's going to come good. You watch that guy. We're gonna be singing that guy's name, Mo Fall, for sure. Marie from SoCal, how are you? Ipswich Town, Mustafa Carayol joins Exeter City on a short-term loan deal. I don't know who that is, but I can look it up. Ipswich Town on a short-term deal. They're still doing deals. Marie, how are you? Hopefully things are good. Good morning. Just got here. What will you be discussing on the Pundit Perk tonight? I'm not doing the Pundit Perk. I got kicked off my own show. I'm just kidding. No, Ken wanted to. I'll talk about the Pundit Perk real quick. So Ken begged me, hey, let me have my own show. I said, dude, it's the local pundit. It's not the Ken show. I told him that to his face. He said, no, I need my own show. He said, I need my own show. I was like, all right, fine. What do you want to do? Hours and hours sitting there kicking the tires with me. And he's like, what if I talk to some of the people, some of our local pundit members or people that are in the chat and people globally? I'm kidding, by the way. He didn't do that. So Ken wanted to talk to some of the people that are in our chat. Basically like a Nick or I think like a Welsh one or yourself even, and just sit down and have a pint with them. Obviously the Pundit with a Perk, Central Perk, which is a friend's reference, by the way, if you didn't get that. So Ken's going to sit down and talk. I think it's Wayne that's coming on. He's going to sit down and talk with them. You can have a pint or coffee, whatever. It doesn't matter. Wine doesn't matter. But he wanted to put that out there. So all right, we'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? It's whatever. We'll see how it goes. So he's doing that. So I'll put that too. If you want to sit down and have a chat with Ken or myself or anyone else, just let me know. We can do it. Patty or Aaron, if Aaron's internet holds up, and just come on and just have a chat. Doesn't have to be about anything. And just get to know a little about yourselves. I always start, this is what my one thing I told them, if you're going to do it, you got anyone that comes on the show in like an interview fashion, it's always like, you need an origin story. Who are you? What are you doing? So that's how I always start off my interviews, as you know, if you've been watching the channel for the 2 years that we've been on. So that's what it's about. Hopefully it's a lot of fun. If it's not, it's going to get axed right away. Just kidding. But I think it allows some people in the community, I think it allows the people in the community, people that are part of this global community, to come on in. If they want to just have a chat, that'd be great. Then have to put your camera on, although I do recommend it. I think it's good to have a face-to-face, but totally understand if not. So that's what it is, Kelly Davidson. There you go. So I can fill you in on more on that too. Kelly, what she said, what kind of coffee you brewing? A nice natural. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think coffee is Montreal called okay, that's a lot of stuff going on there. There's Dragon Nutty in it. All right, I'm gonna pop out of here. Thanks for coming in. Subscribe, hit a like on the way out, and the coffee with the Perk Pundit. What the hell? I don't even know the name of the show. Perk with the Pundit. Perk with the Pundit is tonight. So go check. Oh, wait, well, there you go. Go check that out. It'll be fun. And if you haven't watched the shows from yesterday, we did. Yeah, with Tommy. Jesus, really? We had Tommy Cowles on yesterday, which is great, from Men in Blazers. Go check that out. And there was the show last night that the boys did, Patty and Aaron, the Stats Show, which is doing really good too. So thanks all for coming in. And on that bombshell, I'll see you all soon.